I'm all about the good vibes, the good vibes. We bout to have a good time, a good time. Leave my problems all behind, all behind. We living out the good life, yeah. I ain't gotta worry about a thing. Oh no. Had some obstacles I overcame. Oh yeah. You don't have to ever be the same. Oh Lord. Cause when we change the mind, we change the game. Coming through clutch. Coming through clutch. Coming through clutch.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kenny Clutch with another episode on the Clutchvision Podcast. I got a very, very special guest in the building tonight. This woman taught me how to shake my hips in class back in 2004. She probably don't remember that, but I'm going to let her know anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the South Bronx, dancer, choreographer, teacher extraordinaire. You probably seen her in a Mary J. Blige video somewhere along the line and many other artists along the way. Miss Tweet Boogie is in the building. What's going on, mama?
What up, Kenny? What's going on, Tweet Boogie from the Sit-Out Bronx?
Yeah. What's going on with you? How is everything going? How you been?
I'm good adjusting to this situation that we got going on. You know, the quarantine, but you know, if you're not being creative or coming up with something new during this time, then just sitting around and, you know, I can't do that.
Absolutely.
So, you know, just maintaining, praying a whole lot. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how's the family? How's little man doing? How's that going?
Little man is now not so little no more. He is turning 5. And mommy is happy and sad at the same time. You know, he's my only one. So he was a prince. Now he like, I can do it by myself. And I'm like, oh, you grown now. Now you grown. Okay.
Right.
So yeah,
come into his independence.
This is what I know. All
Right.
the independence. Okay. He need his own driver's license and an ID. That's what he needs.
Facts. There you go. I mean, well, his mama's an entrepreneur, so that's probably where you get it from.
This way, yes. I set him up this way, and now I'm sad about it, right?
So it's your fault. You can't be mad.
It's always my fault. Always mama's fault.
So I want to start out with this for the people. You know, let the people know who is Tweet Boogie, the dancer, and who is Lenaya, the mother.
And, you know, I've never been asked this before, and I try to tell them, you know, Tweet Boogie and Lenaya is two different people in one. Tweet Boogie, let's see. Tweet Boogie is the people person. She's a dancer. She's passionate about not just teaching dance, but sharing it, loving it. It's just nonstop with her. It started at the age of 8, and now she's in her 40s now, and it still has not stopped. She's choreographed, but Lenaya is very private. Lenaya, she's sassy. She got some attitude with her. Yeah. And Lenaya is also a mother right now.
She not bougie and ratchet, right?
No.
She not savage, right?
She classy, bougie, and ratchet.
There we go.
She's definitely savage. But you know, she's passionate in a different way. She's very loyal, very loyal. Not to say that Tweety is not. But Tweety's for the people, but Lenaya is very like, I have my cipher, I have my circle, and you ain't getting in until you prove yourself worthy.
Facts.
And that has not changed, but I'm also the protector, you know, and becoming a mom.
Wow.
So Tweety is now teaching her son. Well, he actually is just taking and soaking up everything.
Is he?
And then yes, oh my gosh,
he getting down.
What faster than I can even just be like, oh, this how I go. He already doing it. He just watches it and he soaks it up. And I'm just like, this ain't right. You this so gonna take everything. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yes. And then Lenaya is like, okay, but do you know what like I need you to know
right
the basics I need. And he just like, let me just do it on my own. I don't need you, Mom. Yeah.
Wow. That's so awesome. Now you mentioned something earlier, you know, you said that, you know, people have to, prove themselves to you, to get in that circle. Like, how important is it for our young women to understand what that truly means, especially when they're, maybe some of them are trying to find a guy, they're looking for the right person, maybe it's friends or whatever that they come around in high school or going into college, and you've been down this road before. What advice can you offer, to touch a little bit more on how important it is to find people that are loyal and to prove themselves?
Well, first, I think because of everything is so fast with the internet. And so if you want something, you just press a button.
Right.
For any information on anything. So as far, I'll stick to dance, right? As far as dance, if you want to know a style, you press a button. People don't even want to, they want to take class or they don't want to take class. They just press a button. Right now, we're forced to have to press a button. But before, it's about, I want this so I can have it fast. Right. I want to be popular. Before, I want to have proper foundation, basics. I want to be popular and I want to be known for this. Right. And it doesn't even matter. And everything's all mixed up. And nobody cares. They care about the culture, but it's an individual selfish thing. Right. And I just feel like it's important to be careful of who you attach yourself with. Because what are their motives? Right. Because people can suck you dry. Absolutely. And then step on you and then blame you and play the victim. And I'm saying that because I've experienced that as a teacher, just as a friend. Right. And it's just, everything is so fast, and everything is a different platform as far as battling it goes. People they won't show you the respect unless you show and prove what you can physically do. It's not even what you know. Right. And I'm just like, I don't understand how that is, because, okay, Mike Tyson, he had a coach. He had a trainer. Talk about it. Did you ever see him fight? Bruce Lee, I mean, he might have been self-taught. At some point, he had a trainer. Did you ever see that trainer? Did you ever see them fight? They had knowledge. And even if they couldn't physically do it anymore, that does not mean that they didn't have anything to offer. Right. People don't want to listen anymore. They want to get what they get real quick. It's much faster. So I say this because you got to be careful as to who you let in. Right. You gotta be careful, because some people move too fast. Right.
It's like my man, not to cut you off, it's like my man Trent Shelton says all the time. He says, you got to protect your peace, and if you protect your peace, then you don't run the risk of getting hurt for yourself, and running the risk of, running into those, to these train wrecks pretty much, of people that, like you said, will sit there and just suck you dry. And especially in, in our industry, from time to time, you see these things. You see how people are, maybe they don't have the same passion as you do. They don't have the same drive and determination to really want this as much as you do. So they take what they want and then they move on. Those are the people that you gotta watch out for. For the young girls, just coming from a guy's perspective, I'm like, look, I tell my daughter this all the time. I'm like, listen, you gotta be careful. Like, you gotta have your head on the swivel all the time. So, I had this dream the other night where a fox, attacked me, and then I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, a fox? And then I seen a deer in my yard at the same time. So I looked it up, and the fox is a spiritual creature, letting you know to be aware that something may be close to you that's going to be deceiving. And I was like, oh snap. Ooh, yeah. And the fox is like tugging on me. It's like tugging on me. And it's like, yo, like, you ever have somebody like hold you back? Like, that's what the fox was doing.
Listen, we can talk about it. And you know what's crazy is because you would think it's the other way around. Right. You would think it's the deer that's looking out because of the package, because the way the deer moves, the way that it looks. So you think it's harmless. And you would allow a deer to come close to you, and then a fox, because it moves so fast. Like, you understand? And so I do get it. I totally understand that. But
it's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And people just, we gotta we gotta be aware. We have to like understand that, sometimes you have that one true friend that's pulling you back. And you gotta listen to that person. Go ahead.
Now, here we go now.
Uh-huh.
It is not always your friends. Keep your friends closer, keep your enemies closer. It could be your blood relative.
Absolutely. Amen.
It could be your friends from that you would never ever think that are right in front of you, that have been there for you, that have helped you along the way. And then somewhere along the way that changed and that stopped.
Yes.
Or maybe it wasn't really what you thought it was.
Yeah.
And it's not until you really have to step back and you have to really pay attention to it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes you gotta, that's the thing. Sometimes you just gotta step back for a second.
Be still and let God, and then He will show you.
Right. And here's an example, right? So guys, listen, if you guys are listening to this podcast right now, make sure you share this with your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your granddad, your stepmama, your stepdaddy, everybody. Let it know. South Bronx, we here. Let's get it. So check this out. I took a class with Tweet. This is like one of my first dance classes, and Rennie Harris had allowed me and my group to come in and gave us a little scholarship to come and take classes at the Legends Hip Hop Festival in Philadelphia. This is back in like 2004, right?
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go there, right?
Oh Lord, I don't got enough fingers for that. That ain't right.
So we talking like 16 years ago, right?
Lord.
That's how long I've known.
Your daughter is 16?
My daughter's 16.
Was she born yet?
She was, yes, because it was summertime.
1, right?
Because she was just.
Oh, she was just born.
She was just born. Yeah, she was just born.
Let me make sure my gray hair is showing.
Right. So I ain't even had no beard back then. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
You know what I mean? So I'm taking this class. I go to take Tweet's class because I've only taken class from one other female before, but I thought it was very important for me to take classes from women because me personally as a dancer, I was very, very fast, very quick. I went and I was off beat. Like I was a whole train wreck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in like the first or second row, and I remember a Tweet coming up to me, and she looking or whatever, like with the eyeballs, and she comes up to me, and we was doing like a hip drill and everything just to get our hips flowing right. And this is almost, I think, in the beginning of the class before we even did any type of choreography. We going through foundation. Right. She stops me in the middle of class and she grabs my hips, and I'm like, oh snap! Like, hold up, what's going on here? She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I gave her the shrug, gave her the Jordan shrug, like, I don't know. But the fact is that she pulled me back because I was moving so fast and I wasn't keeping up with what she was doing. I wasn't on beat. I wasn't on rhythm. I was all over the place. And sometimes you got to allow people to grab your hips. Slow down for a second. You know what I'm saying? The point is, let people grab your hips and let it flow. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to share that with you for such a long time because whenever we see each other, it's always at a party or at an event.
Right.
But it's like, yo, that helped me so much. I didn't get it that class, but I took it home to practice it even more to get because that's what really helped my rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
It's so interesting that you tell me that. So I don't remember that specific moment, but that is typical me. I'm very hands-on, as you can see. But a lot of times people can't, like when they see it and then what they interpret is two different things.
Right.
So I have to physically grab somebody and touch somebody. Not always on the hips, but like their hands or their shoulders, or have them place their hands on my shoulders, and I have to just bounce and move with them so they can feel what it is of like how I'm moving. And that has helped. I have not stopped that. And it was very random that I did that. It wasn't even part of a formula for my class, but I just felt like it was necessary, instead of yelling at something. Well, I still yell, but I want people to not just see it, but feel it.
Right.
because it's also a feeling. And
Mm.
so some people forget to feel because they're so busy trying to move, you know.
Yeah.
And I want people to remember what this feels like, not just what it looks like,
Right.
not just, you know what I mean? And people don't feel dance anymore because they're trying to take in so much information. So I'm like, let's just understand what this one movement is doing and how it feels when you do it, because it's muscle memory.
That's it.
It's just muscle memory, right?
Right.
And
right.
so if I can put you on that same wave that I am on, then you will remember it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, because I will spend time with you or whomever, you know?
Right. Yeah. And then for me at the time, I was on some like, well, I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to, you know, to get these classes. So I had to, you know, take in everything that I could at that moment. We had 2 weeks with you guys, which is not really a lot of time or whatever when you really think about it. Especially in terms of dance when you're trying to train, it's really not a lot of time. So I had to consume as much information as possible, take it home in my room, and study and practice. And hopefully by the next time I seen y'all, I was a little bit better.
Yeah,
you know?
It always got better. It always got better. Listen, bro, that's how we got here now.
That's how we here. That's how we here. Yep.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you this. So when did your dance career actually start? Like, how did you start out dancing? Was it something, you know, in your family, like growing up, you know, back in the day? So take us through Sweet Boogie version number 1.
Oh Lord, well, you know, when I was in the wombs, no. So my mom, she loved to dance. She loved the club, and so she danced with me while can't speak, throughout her entire pregnancy, which is what a lot of our stories are. Yeah. And so like I told you before, I remember being at a house party, and I was really shy as a kid. Didn't really say a lot, but I loved to dance and I love music, and I heard rock bass, and I got in a cypher, and I would just remember just doing a wop with my jerry curl, and I did not stop. Right. And it was like, go Naya, and I was so hyped. And it wasn't that I wanted to be famous from it, because I never did anything for fame or for popularity. I just liked the way I felt because I was so shy. And I you know, dance will give you a voice if you allow it to. And it always gave me a voice until I started using my own mouth. And, you know, and so then Tweet Boogie came out. But I had a hip hop group at 13, 14, and we was called KGB, Code Getting Busy. Okay. That's how you know. Code Getting Busy. And so that was my friends from high school, and I was like, no. One of my friends from high school, best friend at the time, she was like, we're gonna start this girl group, and I was like, oh, we finna do it. And so we entered the All-Star Talent Show, and we used to battle, you know, from borough to borough, all these crews, and we won first place at one time. We lost third place, and we ready to fight, like, oh my gosh, yeah, we used to battle all over New York.
Wow.
While I was doing that, I also went to LaGuardia Performing Arts. So I was studying ballet and modern. And I started late. I was a late bloomer, believe it or not. And then I also started a hip hop crew within high school. But then I also, which is called Butter, Busting Up the Total Atmosphere. So I had 2 groups, but then I also auditioned for R&B singer. Her name is Miss Jones.
Okay.
And her song was Where I Wanna Be Boy. And I was 17, and that was my first hip hop job.
Wow.
Hip hop and R&B job.
Wow.
So I was in high school. KGB was an outside hip hop group. Butter was an in high school hip hop group, and I was on the road actually, and trying to, you know, go to my performing arts school all at the same time. Wow. So I was, listen, wherever dance was, wherever it was going to take me, was in there getting it. My birdie self, my feathers was finna go and be there.
That's what's up, yo. It reminds me a little bit of you know, of me and Bryce and Josh and Jolly and Derek back in the day. Like, we just wanted to get down. We was all in coming out of high school and just going to parties. I remember my man DJ Super. We used to be my man DJ Super. We used to be his dancers for all his parties. So we used to carry his crates, carrying crates, you know what I'm saying, at the parties. And a lot of young people they don't know about the crates. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nope.
yeah, I mean, we in the digital world, but the real DJs back in the day, they was cutting it up. You was carrying.
I've carried some crates too, just because I was cool with the DJ.
Right.
I was like, oh, so I ain't gotta pay to get.
And you get to the party, yeah, right. You ain't have to pay to get in.
Free.
Right.
What I know,
so that's what it was, man. And I love that era. It's like it just sticks with me because it's like you appreciate it so much because when you see nothing to downplay what's going on today, but it's like you appreciate being born at that time because hip hop was just so pure.
Yeah.
It was like all the stories about with the musical stories that you heard. It was just like, man, it hits you like, oh,
yeah,
like I was just going through that yesterday.
Right.
Like, dang.
Yeah.
And now today, like no shade toward anybody, going on today. Like you tell your story. It's just amazing on how, the times change and what you can actually relate to, back then versus now, and hardcore work that went into, becoming who you are today,
Yeah.
But I wanted to switch gears a little bit. I see that Ladies of Hip Hop hat that you got on,
Listen, all Dizzy every day, Ladies of Hip Hop.
Shout out to the ladies. So take us to the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Like I know the story, but for those that don't know the story, how did Ladies of Hip Hop, come about?
Oh my gosh. So I got invited 16 years ago, to the first Ladies of Hip Hop Festival, which was founded by Michelle Burke McPhee. She's from Philly.
Philly. Yeah.
Yes. So she started this festival in Philly and she was like, girl, I'm gonna need you to come out here and teach. And it was actually at a point where I quit dance, actually.
Really?
I got really depressed and I just was not confident and I quit. And I was like, I ain't finna come out. I don't want to teach nobody. I don't feel confident enough to teach. And I was just like in a really dark place. And she was like, Bird, you got to come out here. Like, get over it, get over yourself and come out here and teach these people. And I did. Because, she's my best friend, BFF. And I did. And when I tell you, I've been hooked ever since then.
Yeah, because I've been going hard.
Yeah, it just brought something out of me that I didn't realize that I didn't have and that I needed.
That you needed.
And it's a festival. So let's talk about this. So it's a festival, Ladies Hip Hop Festival. It's a festival that is dedicated to all different types of women all over the world, women and young girls.
Yes.
So we have female teachers, we have female judges. Oh, let's go back. So we have workshops.
Yes.
Right, all female teachers.
Yes.
We have battles, all female DJs, all female dancers. And then we have a showcase, and it's nothing but all female dancers.
Yes.
All female choreographers. The choreography has to be made by a female, and so we are here to dedicate For Us By Us.
Let's go, ladies.
Old school FUBU.
Yes.
Old school FUBU. For Us By Us. And not to say that we don't support our men, and not to say that the men are not invited and that they don't support us, because they do. It's just that we need to support each other. Absolutely. We can be catty, it can be shady, but in this art, in this element, in so many different styles of dance, we are always being compared or taught by men. We have male mentors. We have to battle men, and we're not good enough unless we battle men. We can't be the best unless we battle men. We like no. We don't always have to battle men. So, and we have to ask permission to get in these male ciphers. Well, not me, because I just bogart. My time, I have
go right all up in that.
Listen, I learned it from Marjorie, one of the only best. Right, God bless her. So yes, we also dedicate every single festival to Marjorie Smart, sister and best friend, and she is just like our angel and our goddess and our queen. And we just always want to support our ladies out there, and so we have it every year. Now it was going to be in the end of June, but normally it's in July. And this time it's going to still be in the end of June, and we are trying to figure out an online festival.
Right.
To keep it going. You know,
Yeah.
we don't want to stop or just take a break.
Right.
So we're trying to figure it out right now. Yeah.
So all the ladies that are listening to this right now, okay, from all over the world, if you are interested in coming to the Ladies of Hip Hop Festival, the link in the description will be in the description below after we go ahead and finish with this podcast. You guys will have the information to the Ladies of Hip Hop Festival. Listen, even if you are, I don't care where you at, if you in Ireland, if you in Russia, if you in London, if you in LA, if you in Shibuya, I don't care where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to get you. Right now, we offer workshops right now, online classes right now. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, right?
Yes.
All day from 12 to 6. So you can check out Ladies of Hip Hop right now. You can check out on my Instagram at Tweet Boogie. We're offering workshops right now just to get it started. It is a warm up. And when I tell you these classes be popping,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're popping. So check out Ladies of Hip Hop right now with the schedule because we already started.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And listen, ladies, like listen, if you are mama and your daughter, you know, wants to be in hip hop or whatever, I'm telling you right now, this is where you're going to get that work. This is where your daughter's going to grow because she gets to see other females doing what she loves to do. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so important. It's so important that we have girls
that camaraderie.
Yeah, it's so important because they need to feel inspired as well. They need to feel supported as well, you know? All these dance styles that we teach, and we also teach beginner classes. We are dedicated to teaching beginners classes because, you know, we want people to learn the right way.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So how has motherhood been for you the past couple years? And to add on to that, how do you balance your career and motherhood at the same time? Because you travel a lot.
I flap my feathers real hard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know what? There's no one way to do it.
Yeah.
There's no one way to do it. It has been a journey for me.
Yeah.
It came unexpected.
Right.
He was not planned at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not my plan, definitely God's plan. Because I was like, oh, so you funny, God. You're really funny right now. Right now.
Because I'm gonna tell you real quick. I showed up to an event one day or whatever and seen a bubble, and I was like,
wait,
hold
up. I
up.
didn't tell anybody. Because listen, honestly, I didn't find out till I was 3 months, close to 3 months.
What?
Missed my whole first trimester. No, I didn't go through morning sickness. I just had like dizzy spells. You know, to me, I was just like, I'm running. I was still teaching. I don't know how many classes, still traveling. So when the doctor hit me, I said, I know you lying. I know. Listen, I'm 37. Don't nobody got time to handle babies. Not now. Like, I put it out of my brain. And so I was just like, I came here for shots to Africa. She said, well, you know, you already got a special shot, so you don't need no shot.
Yeah, you sure do. Yeah.
And I had to catch myself. I was taking off my sneakers. I was ready to throw it. Like, no. I still got on a plane with the Africa pregnant and all. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's
so it was very interesting. It definitely pulled me all the way back. I'm a single mom.
Yes.
And I'm not ashamed to say that. I am a single mom. It has taught me so many lessons. It is the biggest, the hardest, but the best gig that I have ever done, ever.
Wow.
And for those female dancers out there that are contemplating whether they want to have kids or if you have a child, just find your village. Don't be so hard on yourself. Love yourself.
Yes.
Fight through whatever it is you got to fight through and pray hard. Stop blaming people. Whoever is not down for you, whoever said they cannot help you, figure it out. Because sometimes you are the only one that is capable of doing it.
Talk about
my village. It's not always your family. And those are the ones that you count on the most. Find your village. My village has been some of my family members, but my dance family, when I tell you, have come all the way through.
Yeah.
in a way that I could never imagine, never ever imagine. So I am truly thankful for my dance family. And again, I am a single mom, but I had to take my son with me. 2 months, had braces on my arms, could barely pick him up at 2 months because my muscles were just really weak at the time. And he was in the studio and I was back to working. I was on a flight with my son. And so I just had to take him with me and I had to figure it out. And postpartum hit hard. Hit hard. 2.5 years, I would say I was going through postpartum.
Really?
Bad.
So what is that feeling like? Like I always like wonder what postpartum is truly like for a woman.
There are different levels for postpartum. An extreme postpartum would be like there are women that don't want to have any contact with their babies, children. They don't have any motivation. They don't want to get up. They don't want to see people. They don't want to breastfeed. They have no connection with the child whatsoever. They don't want to. They don't feel the love. Some of them can be really violent. And they just, it's not even something like, a lot of times you don't even know. I would say in the beginning, I didn't know. And I didn't go through not loving my child. I loved him. I was determined to breastfeed. I everything. And I did. I breastfed. Even during class, in between class, on a break, I breastfed and all that. Like you
all of that.
Some of this good milk right here. So supporting the breastfeed moms. And so when I realized, like, even, my friends were trying to tell me, like, you think you might be going through postpartum? I was like, no, I'm not. It's a depression, and it just slowly, it slowly took over. And I didn't want to claim it at first because I was like, no, I'm not going to be depressed. Because I've dealt with, family depression before. And I was just like, I don't want to go through that. Not with my child. After all of this time, I finally have my own child. And no. And it still took a toll. It was, for me, it was bad. I was in my bathroom. My son would be in a crib and I was sitting on the floor crying hard, praying to please make this feeling of, I couldn't even describe what it was. I just wanted it to go away because I kept saying, I love my son. I love my son. I love my son. God, please help me. Just not wanting to go out, forcing myself to go out with him. If it was your job, then I had to automatically like turn it off, which was very interesting. But when I was home, I felt it. I tried to take him to go see Elmo, and just a normal tantrum could put me on edge. I remember having to count to 100 every day for a year, just for me to calm down, literally. And I look at pictures now, and I remember saying to myself, I remember what I went through that day. And it's so sad because my son was a very happy-go-lucky kid. He's still happy-go-lucky. He still drive me crazy.
Awesome.
But it has only been nothing but God that really helped me to get through. I went to church still not receiving the word because I was going through it. So I'm hearing it, but I'm not receiving it. No. And I it's only until like last year where I was like, I'm receiving it now.
Ooh. Okay.
And it's
where was the shift at? Where did the shift happen, you feel?
Another transition. The shift was I didn't have a male role model. For my son that was consistent, stable, outside of his 2 godfathers, and his 2 grandfathers, none. And I was like, I was like, I gotta get it together, spiritually, because if I don't, my son is not gonna have the proper tools in order to survive. And so I needed him to have that. And I was taking him to church, and I'm like, oh, we going to Bible study as well.
Absolutely.
And I realized, like, even when I went to church, when I thought he wasn't listening,
Mm-hmm.
no, not that he wasn't listening. When I wasn't listening, he was.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He was singing,
He was receiving
Amen,
it. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, yeah, 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 man.
Yes.
At 2.
Amen.
And yes.
Yeah.
And so when I realized, for me, 'cause I'm not pushing any type of religion on anybody, but
Yes.
spiritually, you need to get right.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so God, I needed to get right with.
Yeah. It was like, like we preach, we're not preaching religion, we preaching relationship. You know what I'm
This is what,
saying?
yes.
And we need that relationship with God so much, especially during these times. And
Yeah.
any mother that has gone through what you went through, and those that are probably going through it right now, like, get that relationship right. And from what I hear, like, you were just at a time in your life where depression kicked in, and it was just like you
Yep.
had these spells where it's going up and down, and I'm pretty sure it kind of made you angry in some ways. And I
In
learned
every way possible. I
every
was
way
I was just angry. Yeah.
yeah. And what I learned is that the word anger, the original word anger, done in the Hebrew, God is asking a question. And the question that God is asking is, where's the Father?
Right.
That's the question. Like, so when I tell people all the time, for example, there was a kid that hit me up on Instagram, and he was just like, yo, I'm just angry all the time, and this and the third. And I'm just like, let me ask you a question. I said, is your dad around? He was like, nah, I don't even talk to him. I said, And I'm like, like, the original word anger, it's not what you actually think it is. The original word is asking a question. God is asking a question. Where's the Father? And it's like, and he looked back and he was like, dang, like, that's deep. I never looked at it like that. So a lot of times, for the men that's out there, listen, yo, like, there are women are out there, and single women are out there raising their sons and raising your sons and raising your daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did go through birth. They did, go through 9 months, you know what I'm saying, of pregnancy, and then the labor. And you know what I'm saying? Listen, whether it works out with y'all two or not, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to take care of the seed that you planted, B. Like, and this coming from another man, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I got 4 kids. Like, I'm not leaving my kids for no other man to take care of, or leaving my wife alone or whatever. I don't care. Like, if we have a little spaz or whatever, all right, we're gonna get over that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be there for our children, man. You know what I'm saying? Have to be there, because if you listen to what Tweet was going through, imagine if a man just really stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Just to, kind of like have that balance, because right now it was like that for a long time, and she had to get herself like this.
Yeah.
So, to the men out there, listen, if you're listening, man, you listening from man to man. I get it. I understand you may feel dishonored or whatever the case may be, but listen, yo, at the end of the day, our children ain't got nothing to do with that. So go ahead, handle that. You know what I'm saying? Handle that, man. That's power. That's powerful, Tweet. And what's crazy is that we'll see you online. We'll see you, kicking it, throwing up your classes and stuff, but won't know what's going on the inside.
No.
You would never know.
No, you would never. Even when I was going through my postpartum, people that were cool with me would have no clue.
Wow.
Have no clue. Because I was still traveling. I was still working. I just took him with me. And there were times that I didn't take him with me. In the beginning, before he got a passport, once that baby got a passport, listen, them stamps, is it?
Yeah.
Listen, I was like, oh, you finna come with me.
Here we go.
Because my mama ain't finna leave you with just everybody.
Right.
And so I just had to figure it out and make it work. But still was going through it.
It's so inspiring. That's so inspiring.
Still going through it. And a lot of people, not a lot. A few people have told me don't share too much.
Mm.
And the reason why I do is because I have been blessed beyond. I'm still receiving blessings.
Amen.
I still work hard. It hasn't made me lazy. It has made me not even just work harder, but smarter.
Mm.
And not everything is just about money.
Yes.
Not everything is about money.
Come on now. Yeah.
But I work for money. I'm gonna work for mine. I'm not gonna have my hand out. And if I do, I've had to have my hand out twice and ask for money twice. But I'm gonna work for it. And I say that because as mothers, we feel like, now I'm single, you need to give me money, give me money, give me money. No. I'm not gonna ask unless I feel like I had to, and that's only been twice in my life.
Right.
Twice. And so when I'm telling you I need to share, is because there are other Black and brown women out there.
Yes.
That look at me, and I don't want them to just be like, oh, she got it all together.
Right.
And if I wouldn't be the person that I am, who I have become to this day, it's like, I don't want you to know that I go through something, but I'm human. I'm going to eat and use the bathroom and bleed just like you.
Yes.
And so people think that when you're on this platform, you don't go through anything.
Right.
That's true. They may not share it, and I get it, but I went through it. Now, you may not know in the details that I went through it,
right?
But just know that I did.
But you gonna know.
But the fight is through it.
Yes.
Because there ain't no getting around it.
Right, ain't no getting around it.
Don't try to get around it.
You gotta go straight through that joint.
Listen, when I deal with stuff, it's straight. I need to get to the core of it.
Yes.
Because then I'm not trying to put a Band-Aid on it.
Come on now. Yeah.
It needs to heal. I need to heal. And the only way that he can be the best that he can be is if I can say that I am healing, that I have these flaws. These are my triggers. This is how I work. This, you know what I'm saying? It's so many layers to it.
Yes.
But I gotta figure it out though.
Yes.
I don't have time to I can't just be cussing any and everybody out.
Right. Facts.
You know, and the thing is with the women out there, it's so easy to point because we hurt, we feel betrayed, we feel pain. And I'm not saying that, you know, you don't feel those things, but you could be down, but you don't gotta stay down. As a mom, we get down.
Let's go.
But this little one, he come, listen, morning breath and everything been in my face. Mama, morning, mama, open your eyes.
Right.
So I have to get up.
Right.
I have to get up. I don't have a choice.
And
the only person that's going to help me to get up is my God.
There it is.
That's can't nobody else
we breathe in air that we can't even see. So we better go ahead. We better go ahead.
This is what I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't see it, but I know it's there.
Exactly.
So I know somebody is helping me.
And
Amen. He only gonna truly help me when he see that I'm helping myself and that I'm listening and I'm allowing him to guide me.
You gotta meet him halfway. I tell people all the time, you gotta meet God halfway. I dropped a video today, and it's called Fuel Up on Your Faith, right?
All right. What you better
you gotta fuel up on your faith. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because listen, here's the thing. Number one, we say faith without works, or God says faith without works is dead, right? Now, what comes before the work? Faith comes before the work. That's number one. Okay, so you got to fuel up. You can't drive the car if you ain't got no fuel in the car.
That's what I know.
You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna work the car if you ain't got no fuel in the car? And it was crazy is that I was saying that you got to meet God halfway, because they said my son was going to be fighting cancer for over 300 days, right? Well, I'm a firm believer that wasn't going to be the case. Because number one, I wasn't beat for being in the hospital for over 300 days. Like, you're not going to have me in this joint like a year, B. Like, nah, we're not with that. So, so first of all, they came in here. This is like day number 6 or 7 or something like that. They came in there doing the musical therapy with my son with some ukuleles.
I know you lying.
I'm like, listen, yo, we hip hop over here, baby. Like,
this what I know.
so I said, babe, I said, throw on some JBs real quick. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get down. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get funky real. You know what I'm saying? And if I gotta shut my dance studio down, then I'm gonna train while I'm in quarantine, pretty much with my son.
Right.
We gonna get down. Now, I just had that type of faith, and God met us halfway, and we beat cancer in 149 days, not 300.
Look at that. Look at that.
Like, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, look, it may be different for you, but take the example of what we're displaying out here and use that example, and God is going to sit there and turn it around in a different way for you to tell your story and share your story with people, you know?
Yeah.
And I just had that drive and determination, you know, to get my son, get my family through, you know? And I wanted to ask you, where does your drive and determination come from?
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I don't feel motivated to tell you this.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
Not everybody feels motivated every day.
Yeah. My grandmother didn't stop. I'm surrounded by females that don't stop.
Don't stop. They push you.
No, they push. They push.
Wow.
I am surrounded by pushers, and so I'm a pusher. But as long my dad is like, as long as you're breathing, is another day.
There you go. He
always told me that.
Yeah.
As long as you're breathing, is another day.
Another day. Yeah. I say this to people all the time. I say, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow will worry about itself. And today is all we have.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Dad said that today is all we have. All we have is right here, right now.
This is all you got. And I remember one of my favorite motivational speakers, Les Brown, he said, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. That means you got 1,440 opportunities to be successful.
Okay, you better tell them.
Yo.
When you think about that.
When you think about it, it can happen in an instant. Just like that. It has. It changes.
Over and over again.
It keeps happening. It keeps happening. Like, nobody knew that we were going to be in this quarantine or whatever like this right now. I mean, some people probably did know.
Right.
That's another story for another day. We ain't know. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that life changes in an instant. And you have an opportunity. The next minute is an opportunity. It's like every single minute is a new thing. Like every single minute is, and if we think in our mind, like, okay, this last minute, it was bad. All right, but this new minute that's coming up.
Yes.
Come on now, let's get it.
Yes.
You know, I don't know about tomorrow, but I do know about what I could do right now to change. And that's why I love the scripture when it talks about, don't go to sleep, angry. Don't let the sun go down or whatever with your anger still intact, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's important for us or whatever to make sure that we go to sleep calm, because you don't want to wake up the next day, angry, depressed or anything. I mean, it has happened obviously because we're
right.
But it's important to keep that mindset, it's crazy.
It's very interesting to me. Like I say this ever since I've had my son. Every day you just press the restart button.
Yes.
Every day is a new day, especially for the new mom. Like that first year when you feel like, oh Lord, I ain't gonna make it. Let me tell you, I ain't think I was gonna make it.
Really?
I tell you that right now. I would say when he made it to 1 year old, like he weren't under the bed, because I can kill a flower. I kill a flower.
Right.
I kill a cactus.
Right.
Like, my son, he's still alive. Like, he's still alive. I can't believe it.
Yes.
He is still alive. How? Jesus.
Yeah. So God been working on you.
This girl, he rolled under the bed. Now, one time I used to wake up thinking, I was like, wait, where is he? He right here. He right here. Don't worry about it. So he made it. So every day I'm like, just press the restart button.
Wow.
Every day. You're not going to always get it right. It's not going to always be perfect, but it's okay. Right. Good or bad. If you can learn from it, it's always good.
Amen. Yes.
Good or bad.
Yes.
Good or bad. No matter how bad. Because we always learn from the good. Like, yes, that was good. What did I do good? But when it don't work out.
Yeah.
when it don't work out and it
Right.
makes you feel like defeated, when it makes you feel like a failure, instead of being down on yourself. Now this is as a mother, as a dancer, just as a human being.
Yeah.
What can I learn from it? What can I learn from it? Not pointing the finger of why I didn't go right, who didn't make it go right.
Right.
But what can I learn from it, good or bad?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the experience is good.
Yeah.
The experience is good.
And so, and it's like you guys have so many, you have ups and downs, like, and you go through those peaks and valleys, right? And just to switch gears a little bit, like you've been in the industry for well over, 20 years and got like, got your I want to say you seasoned all the way and have worked with so many different artists. What were some of the ups and downs as a dancer? And for maybe you can give some advice or whatever to the new dancers that are, up and coming as well too. What were some of the ups and downs that you've been able to overcome in the industry?
It took a long time for me to be okay with me. I wasn't the girly girl dancer, like not getting those Beyonce jobs.
Right.
I had to really, really believe in me and understand me and the type of dancer that I was. And not follow behind, okay, well, this person got this job, so I got to do it like this.
Right.
And I had to really be okay with that. Took a long time, but I had to really be okay with that. Because if I wasn't, I would have never worked.
Right.
I like the work, though.
Yes.
I like when somebody worked me and pushed me. I took the criticism. Now a lot of dancers don't like that. You got to do the work.
Yeah.
So fast,
Come on now. No soft skin over here.
Listen, it's all a sensitivity.
Right.
I'm not.
Right. You can't say that. You can't say that. What you mean?
Let somebody say it.
Right.
Even if it's true, even if it do hurt.
Come on now.
It don't have to. It's not always personal.
Right.
They just telling the truth from what they see. You want to grow, maybe you don't see it.
Right.
And a lot of dancers don't want to.
Right.
They just want to get there.
Right. And not just dancers. If we speaking in general, humanity, period, is too much sensitivity, in my personal opinion, going on where you can't say this, you can't say that. This is going to offend this person. This is going to offend that person. Well, last time I checked or whatever, me getting offended by something or somebody like that just, maybe rubbed me the wrong way made me better. And it was the truth. And it's like this. If you are building a life of lie upon lie upon lie upon lie, it's like you being in a well and somebody just keeps throwing dirt on you instead of, having that dirt cleared off and they see water in there, which is the actual truth. So I don't want to keep getting piled on with lies upon lies. I need the truth, even if it's going to hurt.
People don't want to know the truth, bro. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want you to talk to them. They don't want you to correct them. They don't want you to do much of anything. And for me, I'm just like, nah, I need to know so that I can be better. Like, it's like you have a parent and you don't want your parent to discipline you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't want that parent to say anything to you. Right. You just want to go about your business. But then if you don't get it right or if you fail, then you want to blame that person. Right. Don't blame me. I tried to tell you.
Yes. Yeah, man.
I tried to tell you. I'm trying to help you. Help me help you.
Help me help you. Right. Yes, and I take it back to this. When you corrected me, I could have got sensitive, you know what I'm saying, about it. But I'm like, nah, like this person didn't have to even take the time out to even come my way. All these people in this class, and then I get chosen to get corrected. Come on now. Like that's a blessing right there. If you get chosen to get corrected, not praised on, not saying, oh my God, you're doing so good when you really not, you know what I mean? Right. So listen, get corrected. And it's so right. It's so right. And it's okay. It's okay. They get embarrassed by it. Yeah. They're like, oh my gosh, why did you correct me? At the end of the day, I'm like, well, they saw me. They and I don't know why that's so sad. Let me tell you something. You don't want to get corrected? It's okay. Let me tell you who want to get corrected. These little munchkins that's out here.
When I tell you they are little beasts, they are
Yes.
taking all the old with the new,
Dude.
and they are eating these little.
I'm like this on
like
online. I'm like,
wait, and so wait. I know your kid. I know your kids is dancing.
yes.
Okay, so when you look at them, you're like, how in a
I don't know.
I don't know either.
My daughter,
18 and younger.
yeah,
18 and
it's a
younger. I
wrap.
look at them and I'm like, oh, so you just gonna take the old school, middle school, and the new school,
All of it.
and you're just gonna eat it like that? Okay.
All of it. Yeah. I watch so I train my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
all my nieces,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And my son Javion right now, he gets it in too on the breaking. And it's like, yo, I'm like, where you certain stuff I ain't even really teach them. They'll sit there and watch online.
Mm-hmm.
Javion will sit there and turn on Red Bull BC1. I don't even know how he found it. Like,
first of all, I don't know how my son, first of all, first is fall, as my son would say. First is fall. I'm on Instagram.
Right.
He's supposed to be asleep. Of course, he still want to sleep next to me. I'm on Instagram, and all of a sudden, I see the little finger come from out of nowhere.
Right.
And he gonna scroll back to the video that he want to watch. I know you're lying. But he got a point, though, because he like, no, mama, this one is good.
Yeah.
And if he don't like, they scroll right. How
Yeah.
you know what's good or not? How would you know?
Crazy.
Based on how that person makes them feel. If you make me feel like something, then you got it.
Right.
If you get a reaction out of these things, the kids tell the truth though.
Absolutely.
They're gonna let you know whether you want to know or not. Your breath stink, it stink,
Yep.
it's hot.
Real quick.
Why you walk like that? You need to fix your hair.
No.
Mama, your hair is big.
Right.
Mama, your hair's so pretty. Mama, you stink. Did you fart?
Right.
Right.
My son will come up to me like, Daddy, are you going to shave your beard? Like, what you mean? What's wrong with
Right.
No, I remember he was 3 years old, and I go into the studio, and he gets on his head and does a head spin, clean. And I'm like, wait,
what?
Wait, do it again. Do it again. I had to get my camera out. Like, wait, do it again. And he did it again. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. So
just by watching, right?
Just from watching. Like, he would know, like with the dance groups that we had, with the competition teams, he would know all the sets that we would do. 6-minute set.
Okay, so see, look, to me, you need to trade off a video. So your son was how old when
he's 6 now.
He's 6.
Yeah.
Okay, my first one, 2.5, 3.
Yes.
So of course you choreograph it. Next thing I know, this little one on the side is doing everybody's set, just like you said.
Yeah.
Not only he's trying to do the same thing at the same time.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
Well, which one is he doing? But I didn't ever realize that he was learning it. So he would sit down in rehearsal, be on the iPad, and sit there and watch. Never not got up not one time. Because he watching Blippi and PJ Masks, Elmo and Mickey Mouse at the time.
Right.
And then when they have to perform it, or it's like a big rehearsal.
Yep.
Then he got on his little outfit. He put on his little hoodie.
Right.
And he knew the set. He knew the formations.
Yes.
He would tag me and he would point to the person, go to them and move them in the right spot that they were supposed to be in.
Amazing. Right.
I was here, my assistant. How you messing up? And my 3-year-old got to correct you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Kenny, I get these kids.
I'm like, yo, like, this is wild. This kid is really going in right now. And, my daughter really, like, shocked me, because she started when she was 7. So in growing up, like, when she turned like 12, that's when she turned it up. Like, she turned it up. And now you could teach her anything. Like, she could jump in any class almost or whatever and get down foundation or, choreography. Like,
their generation, like they are going to be the ones to bring dance.
Because them little ones that you be teaching overseas or whatever, I'll be mad at. I'll be like, it's not even fair. Like, I stay away from them battles. I stay away. I'll be smart.
No, it is incredible, and it's because they take, like, it's almost like they don't get to go to parties or house parties, but how do they understand what that emotion is? They got all the emotion that comes with the dance.
Yes.
And it's because they're at a point where they just soak up everything.
Yeah.
So whatever they see, if you motivate, if you make them feel like something, they're gonna take that, translate that, and put it into their dance.
Right.
As to somebody that's older is going to not only criticize themselves, they're gonna criticize you, they're gonna critique everything, and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna take bits and pieces. No, they take everything.
Everything.
So it's best to start them out. If you for all the parents out there, not just dance dads, if you got chillins and they dancing, let them.
Yep.
Let them. Just let them soak up every single thing that you could possibly let them soak up. I thank you for supporting these kids, because we ain't getting no support from my parents at all.
Nope. So, my mom looked at me like I was crazy. I said, Mom, I'm gonna go dance. I'm dropping out of college. N-word, what? I'm like, yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna go do. So I'm gonna go up to New York, and this is what we doing. Like, this when we had house dance conference and all of that going on.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to Baltimore. I'm going to North Jersey. I'm going to New York. I'm going to Philly every night. Like, it's what I want to do, Mom. And I was going to school to be an architect. And
seriously,
I was going to school to be an architect. That's what I was going to school for. And in 2003, I was in college. When you saw me, I had just dropped out of college. I was making that decision like right there.
And you come to my class. You could have brought your mama to my class. I would have had to run for my life.
Yep. I was like, yo, I don't want, because you know what? I didn't want to do it. I was just like, I was doing it because I was good at it. I was good at architecture in school. I went to a private high school. And I took private. I mean, I took an architecture class in high school as an elective. So, you know, I was like, all right, yeah, this is kind of tight. You know what I'm saying? And then I was always good with shapes and stuff like that, and you know, in creating blueprints and things in that nature. But when I got to college, I was just like, yo, man, I feel like I'm taking somebody's spot.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm not feeling this, yo. Like, it's not what I truly want. And my mom always told me this. She said, if you're going to do something, you got to make sure that you do it with love.
Right.
And I looked at it from this standpoint. Well, if I'm paying for it myself, and my mom's not paying for this, my dad ain't paying for college, I'm paying for college myself, and I'm working like a slave, you know what I'm saying? Like, going in, working, you know, I'm like, yo, this ain't making no sense for me.
Right. I don't love this.
I don't love this. This is not what I want
to do. This. I gotta pay somebody to do this. I don't love this.
Yeah, I don't love this. So I was like, you know what? I'm a dip. It was a minute before I told my mom though that I was dropping out. Cause
wait. You dipped and then told your mom?
I dipped and then told her.
You're lucky to be alive, bro.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
You're lucky to be alive.
Like, all she was like, it better work. It better work. This one I know I had her. When mama see me on BET, she was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? When she see me on 106 in Park, you know what I'm saying, dancing with the crew, right? Was, all right, this may work a little bit,
right.
And then, you know, and this is what like alluding to what you were saying. Like, listen, parents, if your child wants to dance, let them dance.
Yeah.
You may not know where it's actually going to lead them and take them.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So
it's really important to support what the child likes and not what we want for the child. Like, listen, my passion, of course, is dancing and music, right? Yeah. My son has it naturally. Yeah. His dad, not a single rhythm in his body, but he played sports. So do you know that my son all day, every day, watch football all day, every day? Yeah.
That's my son.
He teaching himself how to play football. Yep. So he think I said, you ain't get tackled yet. You don't know what it's like. Nope. But if he don't dance, I gotta be okay with that because he is passionate about something. Yes. As long as he ain't passionate about money, I'm okay. Because when people passionate about money, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. But if you're passionate about something, mama is going to support that. You know, my dad was like, hey, you need meat and potatoes job. What if you break a leg? I said, well, you know, I still got one left and I can still heal, right? Like, right. My mom supported me. I never went to college. I don't even think I didn't apply. I didn't take regents because my year was the last year where you had a choice to take regents. So I didn't take none of that because I knew I wasn't going. I was like, I know you're lying. I ain't gonna go to nobody's college.
Right. Yeah.
They not doing what I'm doing in the college that y'all trying to send me to.
No.
And so I didn't go. And I was actually working before I even left high school. And so I continued that for as long as I could. And so my mom, she went to college, but she didn't make me go to college. She said, college is not for everybody.
No.
You know, it was a good college. Like,
right.
came from a middle class family, like private house, dog, and everything. And my mom, again, like me, single mom, and was just like, if you don't want to go to college, just let me know. Because she was like, you ain't finna spend my money.
Yes.
And then you don't finish. And she was like, you ain't gonna make it. So if you want to dance, and I know you get dancing from me, and she never pursued it. So when she saw how I was pursuing it, and that I actually was able to earn a living from it, she was very like surprised and shocked. Because back then
it wasn't like that. Yeah.
It wasn't like that back then. Like you saw dancers in the videos. She watched video music box, Slow Down Music.
Wow.
Soul Train.
Box, yeah.
And all of those shows. But to know that my dancer is now, my daughter is one of those dancers.
Yeah.
Was very, I guess, it was fulfilling for her. Yeah. You know, I don't know if she ever wanted to be a dancer. We never had that conversation, but she just loved it. She went to the club. Yeah.
For me, I don't even know what side of the family the dancing even comes from. My mom and dad, they don't really, my mom got rhythm. My dad ain't got zero. Zero rhythm. This guy does not dance at all. Like I never, you know what? I see my dad dance one time and it was the electric slide. That was it.
Listen, my dad liked the wobble, and that was with his wife. He liked the wobble. I said, I know you lying. He ain't got not a two-step.
Back.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So like, you know, I know I used to watch all my cousins dance back in the day, like, you know, because a lot of my family's from North Jersey. So they would, anytime we was at my grandma's house, they used to come to my grandma's house with all the new dances that they learned at all the parties. So that's where I like kind of like seen dance or whatever and was interested a little bit, because I wouldn't do it in front of them, but I would go home in my room or whatever, because I lived in South Jersey, and I would take those dances from North Jersey to South Jersey.
Yes.
Like, yo, where you learn that from? I'm like, yo, chill, B. Like, like chill. Like, nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is how we get down. You know what I mean? This is how we get down up north or whatever. So, you know what I mean? But I wanted to switch gears real quick as we closing up. I got like maybe 2 more questions left for you. And I wanted to ask, you know, you being in the industry, who are some of your favorite artists to work with?
So I have to say Mary J. Blige, because I'm a huge Mary J. Blige fan. So when I actually got an opportunity to dance for her, I didn't choreograph for her. I was hired by Hi Hat, choreographed for Missy, right? Shout out to Hi Hat. And I did 2 videos for her. And that I'm not a groupie for anybody. I don't get starstruck, but I was starstruck for Mary. Yeah. She raised me pretty much. In high school, she raised me.
There it is. Yeah.
So she was one job where I just was like, right? Like,
yes.
Who else? Shakira. I danced for Shakira for 8 months.
Wow. And
she was doing a transition, like a transition from like Latin into like, you know, mainstream.
Yeah.
And so she did a song with Lil Wayne, and she just wanted like all Black females. And during that job, I learned so much.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just like, it's not about being a hip hop dancer. It was just like, how many different styles can you do? How well can you adapt?
Yeah.
And just understanding dance, period.
Yes.
And it was just amazing. It was just amazing to be on that. I think that one project really helped me to grow as a dancer. Just dancing with Shakira, I learned so much.
Wow.
And again, that was under Hi Hat's choreography, supervision, direction.
Yeah.
It was really dope. It was really dope. That's as a dancer.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
dope.
Janet Jackson. Oh,
Janet.
that was the last person I danced for.
Yes.
And Made for Now.
Made for Now. So wait. So really quick on Made for Now, because I seen y'all in that video.
Yes.
Video was so popping.
Yes.
And
shout outs to Danielle Polanco.
Yes, Danielle.
And
shout out to
Dr.
Danielle.
Yeah.
That
Dr.
was
who is sister.
That was man. And this is when that song came out, we were in the hospital with Christian.
Yes.
I danced to that song for Christian in the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the cafeteria after I posted the video, maybe like a couple hours later, I'm going to the cafeteria, and my homegirl that works for Steve Harvey hit me up, and she was like, "Did you see it?" She's like, "Congratulations." I'm like, "Congratulations on what? What you talking about?" She was like, "Janet Jackson." I said, "Okay." Like, Janet Jackson what? She was like, "You didn't see? She just retweeted you. She just reposted you on her Instagram." I said, "Well, stop playing. Like, this is Janet Jackson." Like,
right.
So I'm in the cafeteria, and people are like, "Yo, we just seen you on Janet Jackson's page and this, that, and the third." Like the cafeteria ladies was on Instagram at the time, and in here in Philly, and I'm like, "Yo, that's dope. Like, that's what's up." Like, she just reposted me in Christian, and it was amazing. I went upstairs. I was like, "Yo, babe," I say, "Janet Jackson just reposted us," and she was like,
yeah, when I tell you, first of all, she sound and talk exactly like what you see on TV. That's exactly how she is. You know how some artists change. She's sweet, she's caring, she's all of that, all of the above. She really, really does care about just the human being.
Yeah.
I love that about her. And then she's a mama.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson is a baby mama, y'all. And
mama.
so she and I had like a one-on-one because of course I was the only one out of all the dancers that was a mom. And so she was a mom. So we had like a one-on-one moment. And it didn't feel like I was talking to Janet Jackson, the artist. It felt like I was talking to Janet Jackson, the mother.
Right.
And we had very similar stories. And it was just, talking about motherhood. And she also has a boy, and I have a boy. And, the first year of being a mom. And so that felt really good to just feel her energy, just as a regular everyday person. You know what I'm saying? And I think she appreciate that. Like, you can only imagine being in their shoes, and somebody always treating them like an artist, you know what I'm saying? You want some type of normalcy and feeling grounded. And I definitely feel like her son makes her feel all of that and beyond. And he's so sweet. He was in rehearsals. He was so sweet and so quiet. He says so cute, and she was like, "Okay, well, I got to take a break because my son, I need to be mommy." And so that was also good to see. Like, she's like, "No, I'm still a mom. And I'm not going to have all these nannies just raise my kid. I'm going to raise my kid." When we was on set for Jimmy Fallon, same thing. He was on the set with us.
Yep.
And she took her time, and we didn't start right away, she was being a mom. And I was like, see, this is what we talking about.
Yep.
You gotta raise your own kids.
Raise your own kids, yo.
We have our careers, but these kids are really important. So that was really nice to see. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yo, shout out to Janet Jackson.
Shout out to Janet.
Janet Jackson. So I wanted to ask you this question, right? It's a deep one, okay?
Okay, wait. Let me get my weave and my feathers right. Let me plug up everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose no energies, no powers.
Yep.
You be hitting me with all the questions.
I know. Yeah. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Okay, go ahead now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is gonna be the last question.
Okay.
I've been asking everybody that's been coming on the podcast since the quarantine has happened, since we've been going through the whole COVID-19 situation, and many people are in fear. They lost faith. They're building more on fear instead of their faith, right? So the question is, if you had everyone's attention in the world, all 7.5 billion, everybody listening to Tweet Boogie right here, right now, what is the one thing that you would say to them to encourage them to keep moving forward?
You got to build your relationship with your God. Because that to me, and all jokes aside, that's just where I am. Because it ain't no amount of money that can do it. None of that matters. When you die, you can't take none of that with you.
Right.
The only thing that matters is your relationship with God.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen.
That's it. And really take it seriously.
Yeah.
And keep it.
Yeah.
Take it seriously and keep it, because that right now, that's what we need.
Yep. Amen.
We're going through a cleansing right now.
Yes. Yeah.
We're definitely going through a cleansing right now. And so if you are not where you need to be in your relationship, and it ain't just about prayer. You got to go and you got to hear the word.
Yes.
You got to be around like-minded people. Whatever your religion is, whatever it is. Now, because I have to say that, because not everybody is Christian. You know, if you're Jewish, it doesn't matter what it is. You just need to get right.
Yes.
Because that relationship is what's going to carry you. We only can go our faith.
Right.
That's it. That is it.
Yeah.
Not no other man can do it. Not no woman can do it. And when you take it seriously, and he will keep you going. That is truly it. Because that is, trust me, it is the only thing that has kept me going. Longevity in this industry that has kept me going is by God. Me with my son, my family, you know, my relationships, losing people that I love. It's just every day pressing a restart button, but I got to restart with him every single day.
Every day. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen, Kenny.
So check this out, Tweet. I wanna play a game with you real quick, just to end it off right. All right, you down?
What I win? I win to weave here, because you know I know
hey,
some weave.
yeah,
okay?
yeah. We gonna get that. We're gonna get that Brazilian up in there. You know what I mean?
Yes, God, yes, God. Let's get it.
All right, so the game is called In the Clutch. All right.
Okay,
in the
now.
Clutch. All right, so I'm Kenny Clutch, and this is In the Clutch. Okay.
Okay.
So I let everybody know In the Clutch is actually an acronym called Inspirational Dancers Creatively Linking Upon the Culture of Hip Hop. INDACLUTCH. Inspirational Dancers Creatively Linking Upon the Culture of Hip Hop. Cool? All right. So I'm going to give you a letter, and you give me a positive word for the letter that I give.
Oh, Lord, come on now.
All right.
Oh,
Ready?
Lord.
All right.
No.
Here we go.
Okay, wait. Now, okay, go.
C.
See, like the letter was like a cat.
Yeah.
Come on now. Inspirational.
Inspirational or positive, whatever is positive.
You can't think right now.
Yeah.
Cut. I don't know why cut. Is one word?
One word or a statement.
Oh Lord. Cake? I don't know. I'm thinking about food.
I'll give you one, and we'll keep going. Courage.
Courage is right. Oh Lord, my bird brain cannot think. I got food on my brain. I'm hungry, Kenny.
Right, so that's your freebie. First one is courage.
Oh, courage. Right. Okay.
Here we go. L.
Love.
Okay. U.
Understanding.
T.
Today.
Okay. C again.
You said courage?
Uh-huh. You gonna go with courage again?
No. Courtesy.
Okay.
Consideration.
Consideration. Okay. H.
H?
Mm-hmm.
Happy.
There it is. That's clutch, everybody. That's clutch. Give it up for Tweet Boogie.
The weave here? Did I get the weave though?
Got all of that. You know what I mean? I got a two flight pass to Aruba.
Word. Listen. As long as I can take my kid with me, I'm all good. Okay.
That's two right there. One, you and him. Thank you so much for coming on the Clutchvision Podcast. Where can everybody find you at?
Listen, you can visit me at www.tweetboogie.com.
Yes.
Also reach me on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube. Everything is consistent. It is Tweet Boogie. Check out Ladies of Hip Hop on Instagram and Facebook. And you can check us out all day, every day.
There it is. There it is. Guys, make sure you share this with your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your auntie, your stepdaughter, your classmate, your bio teacher, your chem teacher, your math teacher. I don't care who.
Listen, Felipe in the bodega, he needs to
at the
know
bodegas, you know what I'm saying? With all the mommies and poppies out there, you know what I mean?
Make you go there, you got it.
As like well too, okay? My Italian folks, my French people, my Russians, my Japanese, all the Japanese folks or whatever, make sure y'all go ahead and share this video, like this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure you give me a thumbs up so we can go up on the recommended. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell. We are also on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, so make sure you check us out everywhere. And if you want to donate to the Clutchvision Podcast to help us grow, to help us get a studio, hopefully at one point where we can start bringing in and making this experience a little bit more intimate for you guys, go ahead and donate. The link will be in the description below. So until the next time, remember, when we change the mind, we change the game. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow will worry about itself, and today is all we have. It's your boy Kenny Clutch on the Clutchvision Podcast. Check y'all later. Peace.
Cause when we change the mind, we change the game. Coming through clutch.